I would like to introduce and invite our first speaker, Shri Swami Sarang Ji Maharaj. This is a very quick bio of our respected speaker. Dr. Sarang Mohiley, also known as Shri Swami Sarang, is a spiritual uplifter and a religious rhetorician from India who is the founder of Shri Swami Sarang Global Peace Foundation. Swami Ji belongs to a Brahmin family and is an active peace activist known for leading a non-violent revolutionary movement for the coexistence of religious sects worldwide with a broad vision. Swami Ji is also an excellent writer, philosopher, and a profound lover of Imam Husayn alayhi salam, and currently lives in Lucknow. With that, may I please welcome Shri Swami Sarang with his opening remarks and his speech as well. Swami Ji, namaste, and please, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much for inviting me today. Greetings of the day to all my fellow panelists, Bishop, Maulana Muhammad Rafiq Sayyid Ali Shah Sahab, Maulana Sayyid Nusrat Abbas Bukhari Sahab, and very much dear host Hussain Sajjad Sahab. Salam pesh karta hu aapko, adab arz. First of all, I would like to congratulate Eid Ghadeer to all the faithful people watching today in the entire world of humanity. Shia man and woman have for consecutive years and centuries preserved their identity through the remembrance of the event, and people belong to all religions worldwide have celebrated and acknowledged the day. Before we begin, I would like to point out that I believe in the process of continuous learning, and every day while interacting with different people, I learn about different ideology related with the humanity and Ali itself. Arabic and Farsi are not my mother tongue, even English. So while speaking, if I make some little mistakes, please bear with me. Today is the day of Eid Ghadeer, the day of protection of Amru Ambiya, the day of identification of Imam Husayn salam, or rather it is the day to make the hard work of 1,24,000 Ambiyas effective. With this, the announcement of Takmir Din through the last prophet, Rasul Khuda Nabi Kareem, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa, and the day of coronation of all of us, Imam Muttaqin, and the Prophet of Deen Islam, Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib. On this auspicious day, on the occasion of Ghadeer, I extend my greetings from Lucknow, India, which is the Markaz of Azadari. From the bottom of my heart, all of you, today I will be talking about a selfless personality Islam came into existence, and Rasulullah gave the message of Almighty to the people that Allah is one and instructed them to do good deeds. Who obeyed the message that man become a Muslim, whosoever did not matter. But he who opposed this message given by Almighty and proceeded to kill the messenger of Almighty, he first had to face Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib as-salam. I would like to start with a शेर. It is in Hindi. देखिए, अली के नाम पे तकिया किया न किया, फिर ऐसे शख्स का क्या है, जिया जिया न जिया, अभी भी वक्त है मौलाइयों में आ जाओ कि फिर हयात ने मौका दिया दिया न दिया. On 18th of Dhul Hijjah on 10th March 632 CE, after completing the last pilgrimage, the Holy Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him and his family, along with around 1 million Muslims, reached a place called Ghadeer near Makkah. The beloved Prophet addressed the people with the same in what is widely regarded as the last time in which he spoke to a large congregation of believing men and women. In the well-known sermon, he called upon Hazrat Ali ibn Abi Talib and declared, Man kuntu Mawla, Fahaza Ali un Mawla, meaning to whomsoever I am Mawla, Ali is also their Mawla. He appealed to the gathering, ये अली मेरा भाई, मेरा वसी और मेरे बाद मेरा खलीफा है, इनको सुनो और इनकी इनायत करो. Meaning, Ali is close to my heart and is also Mawla, while the meaning of the word Mawla can be interpreted in several ways, including as friend of master. Shiites view it as being the leader and thus see the sermon as being the official design of Ali as Muhammad's successor. मन कुंतो जब नबी ने सुनाया गदीर में, निखरा खुदा के दीन का चेहरा गदीर में, और किसको सबका मौला बनाते रसूल हक, थकान दूसरा अली अस्सलाम जैसा गदीर में. Importantly, the term Mawla used by the Prophet at Ghadeer, whom is related to the term Wilaya, which forms the very fabric and fundamental ethics of the Shia's thought and doctrine. Political thought and authority in Shia Islam particularly rest on this key pillar, which roughly translates as surrogacy. This notion runs through more than 1 million of Islamic theory and belief, starting with the succession to the Prophet Muhammad himself, but applied to Prophet preceding him as well. The day is therefore celebrating as Eid Ghadeer Sher Khuda. Said that a wise man attains high standards by keeping himself low, and the ignorant considering himself to be great, raise disgrace. The best way for a man to deal with his enemy is to increase his own merits. He said that if making friends is your weakness, then you are the most powerful person in the world, and so many things like that have been taught by Mawla Ali to live life full of humility. Through the above, the messenger gave this instruction. Allah understood that the messenger has been there, put the messages is for the people belonging to all religions and castes. In the case of Wilayat, if the Prophet Islam brothers, even a little than his position is not left, then if someone else refuse, then how will he be able to remain a believer? From the where will his faith remain? It is therefore important to acknowledge Ghadeer and its happening. It is crucial that believers should have the immunity and maintain it, because the weakness of belief and immorality were the first disease, and unfortunately they still the disease that is attacking the Islamic body, leading to a crisis shaken the Islamic unity and the pure image of Islam. But why do narrations point to Eid Ghadeer as the greatest of all Eids in both heaven and earth? It is said that Ali as-salam के चेहरे की तरफ नजर करना इबादत है. Meaning simply looking at or thinking of Ali's worship in itself. If we reflect closely, we will find that logically speaking, the degree of joy and the day of Eid increase with the importance of the obligatory act completed successfully. As we compare the 3 E's, Fitr, Ada and Ghadeer, we will realize that indeed the obligation of Wilayah is much greater than the obligation of the fasting of pilgrimage. That is because Wilayah signifies the completion and perfection of the religion as a whole, while fasting or pilgrimage is the completion of only one obligatory act, which in turn as a part of what whole. Hence, without wilaya, the fast and pilgrimage have no meaning, and the servant is on the same footing as not having completed his religion. However, even if a servant failed to complete the obligatory fast of pilgrimage and he processed through wilaya in his heart towards as the most infallible Imam as-Salam, divine mercy will encompass him by virtue of completion of the most magnificent name in the eyes of Allah. What were the defining characteristics of Imam Ali's life, both therefore and after this event? These characteristics can provide us with a yardstick. अली अस्सलाम का नाम भी ले लूं तो ये इबादत है, ये तो खून की पाकी की भी अलामत है, नबी से इश्क का दावा है, बुग़्ज़ हैदर भी ये हाल किसका है, उस पे खुदा की लानत है. Moving on the path of the right actions and attaching great importance to the Allah satisfaction were the primary feature of the Imam Ali's life, no matter how much hardship and selfishness were required to continue this life. That was the most important feature of Imam Ali's life from his childhood to the moment he was martyred. The commander of the faithful as-Salam remained rock solid for the sake of Allah. He made wholehearted efforts toward Allah. The Holy Prophet Islam appointed such a man as the leader of the Islamic community who always did the right things and was a wise decision maker. That is not just a memory of old times. This lesson can provide us the yardstick for the making effort of Allah's sake, laying down one's life solidity in the fact of hardship and turning one's back on material positions. The commander of the faithful as-Salam was the embodiment of these characteristics. He is the yardstick. That is a great lesson that Ghadeer holds for us. It is the right said about the life of Imam Ali as-Salam that he was born in the purest of place, Kaaba, born in the best of days, Friday, married in the best of months, Ramjan, on the best of night, Qadr, in the best of moments, Salah, in the best of position, Sajda. Drawing on this understanding, the first lesson of the Ghadeer to us is to enhance our belief to be always with the side of truth and to remain wisely from the just a second, excuse me. Side of truth and to refine wisely from the relinquishing what is right. The blindness of minds is our mystery that led and still leads to heavy losses and tragedies in our life. In this context, the true believers who witnessed the events at Ghadeer, home, and completed with their oath and pledges of alliance did not change their loyalty to Imam Ali. They, however, represent a model to us in order to be similar to them in a strong belief. Christians determination and determination. Imam Zafar Sadiq as-Salam said that keep fast on that day, pray to Almighty, mention Nabi Rasul Muhammad and Ale Muhammad and send salawat on them. Huzur has given a will to Amir al-Mumin alayhi salam to celebrate Eid on that day. Every prophet has been bequeathing his own wasi in his way in reviving Islamic history and Ali's sermons. At his understand that Imam Ali as-Salam, peace be upon him, was neither a leader who intended to use force or snaky ways to take his divine right, nor was he a leader who suffered melancholy because he was deprived from the right. However, he was the pure parable of Islamic leadership that committed to revive the noble and authentic Islamic teaching and to protect Islam and Muslims. Thus, he was advising the three caliphs in order to secure and immunize the newborn Islamic government. Therefore, the second lesson of Eid Ghadeer is to discuss the positive and negatives of our steps before taking action, because Imam Ali teaches us to work to preserve Islam from division and to ensure that our action and discourse aligned with the nation of religious unity and brotherhood. The two truths, that is to say, the truth about the appointment of the commander of the faithful As-Salam as the Imam after the Holy Prophet, and the truth about attending to the issue of the government politics and meaning the Islamic Ummah after the Holy Prophet, and these two very important and sensitive issues extended in the event of Ghadeer. They are among teaching that have been guaranteed by the Ghadeer, and they are a great lesson for all humanity, whether for their present time or for their future. The commander of the faithful has only showered love and shown humility throughout his life. It is from him that I have learned and interpreted the meaning of universal brotherhood, peace and unity. To encourage the same, I have founded the Shri Swami Sarang Global Peace Foundation. For more information and join us on our endeavor, you can reach out to us on our Facebook page anytime. I would like to conclude by saying, पराए देश में भी अपनों सी बू ढूंढ लेते हैं, अली वालों की खुशबू ढूंढ लेते हैं, और मुसलमानों की आंखों को नजर क्यों नहीं आते, फजाइल तो मेरे मौला के हिंदू भी ढूंढ लेते हैं. I am just concluding my there's one more share कि अपनी वहदत के हिजाबों से जो अली कहता है, अपनी वहदत के हिजाबों से जो अली कहता है, और बन के आयत में कई बार वली कहता है, क्या जरूरत है अली खुद को खुदा कहलाएं, क्या जरूरत है अली खुद को खुदा कहलाएं, अल्लाह जब अपने ही चेहरे को अली कहता है. So thank you so much everyone for listening me, and thank you.